Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Chris Little's here. First thing I want to say is I appreciate all of the support. Again, if you have watched my last 3 videos, then you know exactly where I've come from, and you know exactly what I did and exactly what I ate. But I think that I needed to put out more content on meals and what I ate in detail. That's why I'm doing this video. I want you guys to understand you have to become your own chef. If you don't have a chef, you have to become your own chef because you cannot eat out. There's no more eating out. And that's what I did. I made sure I didn't eat out at all. And I prepared all my meals. I basically started from scratch. You're going to have to unlearn, relearn. It has no phosphorus, but it got potassium. Or it has potassium, no phosphorus. All right. It's so many things that you have to worry about that it feels like you can't eat anything. I understand you can get your kidney diseases several ways: diabetes, high blood pressure. In my case, it was an autoimmune disease, but it all leads back to eating a clean diet. And when I say clean diet, a nutritious diet, something that has nutrients, vitamins, minerals. I would wake up in the morning and I would have an apple first thing. I would have an apple and I would drizzle some honey over it, raw honey. I would also have some blueberries and I would drizzle some honey over that too. So when I woke up, the first thing I was doing was going right and eating some fruit. That's the first thing I was doing, was eating some type of fruit, blueberries, apples, and I would drizzle honey over it. And this is all organic. So make sure that you're getting all organic. Or I would have a pineapple, raw honey over that too. Like I said, I was implementing honey a lot in my diet, which I still do. I would eat some celery or some hummus. These are the things that I would eat in the morning. So there was no breakfast, lunch, and dinner for me. It was just what was the most convenient thing that I could eat in the morning in the best option. So I was just trying to get certain foods at times that I knew I could eat these foods at. My protein source was from chickpeas. And I would make a stir fry with that, and I would make sure that I put red bell peppers, garlic, parsley, cilantro, onions. I would chop all this up and I would make it as a stir fry with my chickpeas. So I want you to get used to eating like stir fries. And that's so you can get the red bell pepper, onions, garlic, parsley, so you can get all that in. And then occasionally I would make salmon. And if I made salmon, I would put chopped red bell peppers, I would put onions, I'm putting all this stuff on my salmon. No fried, nothing fried. I didn't even think about eating nothing fried. You know, a lot of people have been asking me, how do I make my liver? So I would get my liver. You have chicken liver, you have beef liver. I'm gonna be honest. I did beef liver the first time that I ate liver. I did beef liver. Then after that, I switched over to chicken liver. So what I would do is I would clean my liver. I would add my herbs in there. I would add some pepper, a little bit of some garlic salt. I would add just a little bit of a taste. You couldn't even taste it because I was so scared to get too much sodium. You have to put a pinch in there. And then I would chop up an onion, and I'll put the liver on a pan with the onion, flipping halfway. Also made a stuffed bell pepper, a stuffed red bell pepper, and I would put all my onions, green onions, but I would use salmon. I didn't use no beef or I didn't use none of that. I used salmon, and I put that inside my red bell pepper. I would make chickpeas with egg whites. I would do egg whites every so often, and I would make it with the chickpeas. And again, I would make it as a stir fry. So I would also make some Brussels sprouts. And again, I would put everything, all my stir, bell pepper, garlic. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. I was snacking on celery on the regular. And I would actually make hummus out my chickpeas. So I learned a lot. As far as cooking, I learned a lot. Like I learned how to make hummus from the chickpeas, and that was actually good for you. So the whole point of this video is you gotta be your own chef. You gotta cook for yourself. If you don't got no wife, if you ain't no husband, if you ain't got nobody that's gonna cook for you, you have to cook for yourself. And you have to do these things. There's no negotiating. And I keep on saying that. There's no negotiating. Also, make sure you like, comment, subscribe so you can stay updated. And good luck to you. Let's get it.